And I'm your host, Kane Demo. Okay, yeah, this is a pretty good game. Sorry for the mic issues earlier. Hopefully that's fixed. I think I could record the audio and the mic separate from the game, but it would just take it would just be a pain in the ass in the editing. So I'm just going to record both, and I think the audio should be fine now. Rorik cracks the door open, holding the knife behind his back. Seeing your face, he steps away from the door to let you in. You alive? Your mother grasps both your arms as though to make sure they're still firmly attached. And you're in one piece? Oh, thank the spirits! Are you both unscathed? We're fine. 2 of those brutes came in here and pilfered the silverware, but they didn't harm us. You didn't even try to fight them, Rorik? I'm sorry. Averting his eyes, Rorik drops his knife to the floor. Your mother turns to put a hand on his shoulder, but Rorik has already withdrawn to the other side of the longhouse. You're too hard on your brother. You know he doesn't have a warrior's temper. Tell me, what happened outside? Is everyone safe? We beat the raiders, and we've captured the leader. I'm so proud of you. You truly are your father's son. Astrader pulls you into a warm embrace. Something is amiss. Why were the beacons not lit in morning? And the timing is very convenient for our enemies. Perhaps we should talk to the Chad. Christ. These accents. Holy shit. Perhaps we should talk to the Chad. Thalius had our mercy. He led them here. He must be able to tell us why. See what you can find out. I have worked. Christ. Okay. See what you can find out. I have work here to help me clean up the mess. Okay. Interrogate Gunmar, leader of the raiders. Okay, so story so far basically, my father Gisgard died, and he was Thane of this town. So now I am the Thane. I had to fight for the kind of honor and right with this other guy. What was that guy called? Histildr. Yeah. I had to fight with him, and then I had to fucking send another guy away. Another guy, the leader of a family. His kin came to me fucking on my father's fucking funeral to start shit with me. I don't fucking think so. But I didn't want bloodshed. I did everything I could to avoid bloodshed. And there were witnesses. Everyone can testify to that. I am a benevolent leader. Okay. It's possible that maybe it's a bit much with the recording of the audio. I don't know if it's maybe freezing up. I'm not sure. Give it like, really shouldn't take this long. Like, I'll give it 10 more seconds. I might have too much running, like. No, we're grand. Okay. Maybe I do have too much shit running. Maybe that's why that happened. I'll have to double check. I'll just play on regardless. Interrogate Gunmar and the leader of the Raiders. Okay, where the fuck is he? Love the music in the game.
So you beat Athelfer, did you? That's impressive, I must admit. I thought he'd win. But I'm just glad to see you both alive and well. Is everything well with you and the smithy? Depending on what you need me to do, yes. I have everything I need to make carving knives, repairs, bristles, or fix slave collars.
Slave collars? What the fuck?
If you need weapons or armor, you'll have to find a better equipped smith. Old Hanner in Ribe has a fine smithy. He should be able to handle any requests you might have.
Yeah. Fetch quest for this shit. Could you make weapons or armor if I get the equipment you need? I could. It's not my skill that holds me back. It's the tolls. So I'll put it this way. I need some equipment from you. Okay. Crafting. This is the crafting menu. Crafting converts salvage into weapons or hides into armor. That's great. Like, yeah, it's actually really in depth. I'm taking the piss, like when it's called that, you know, getting the tools for armor or fetch quest, like it's just taking the piss. So, you know, it all fits with the narrative, and it's cool. They've actually went for a good lot of effort to tie the missions close to the narrative, and it's cool. Okay. I wish the arrow didn't hover above the text like that. I wonder if there's a way to change that. It's a little annoying. Yeah, I don't have any of this shit. Okay, so I need the right gear, and then I can fucking craft things. Okay. So how about this weather, huh? Yes, the frost has lasted very long this year. This time last year, the snowdrops had already started sprouting. At least the forge keeps me warm, so my work isn't impaired much. I need some equipment from you. Oh wait, no, I already been to the screen. Okay. Talk to you later, Cuffer Duffer. This is how I play video games, okay? This is how I do it. Someone has tied Gunmar to a pole in the middle of an animal pen. He must have been standing in the mud for at least 3 hours. Yet he stands straight and looks you in the eyes when you approach him. Yeah, tough bastard, so he is. Not so boisterous now, are you? I can't fault you for gloating. You've earned that right. Ha! The huge man pauses for a moment to adjust his weight against the pole. We didn't have a chance to get properly introduced. I am called Gunmar the Peaceful. I am an Elfendine from Vestfold in the north. I assume you are the Thane of this village.
I am Gisgard, son of Skarsgård, and I am indeed the Thane here. Tell me, Gisgard, son of Skarsgård, why am I still alive?
What is an Alpha-Dean?
We are chosen warriors of Odin. We go into battle with no coat of armor. Instead, we wear wolf pelts and become mad as beasts.
You are honored to be under Odin's protection.
Guided by the wrath of the Allfather, I have slain many men. Neither fire nor iron has any effect on me. It's a powerful pact.
Tell me why you attack. Man, he just fucking attacked the village. Like, I can't go nice on him. I'll have to be a bit firm here.
Tell me why you attacked my village, or I will run you through where you stand. You would execute an unarmed prisoner? Only if you force my hand. That weakens the threat somewhat, don't you think? Fine, I'll answer your question. Your defenses are weak. No palisades. The best excuse for earthworks. You're a tempting target. Enough playing around. Here's what I believe happened. Oh, shit.
Sorry. Gunmar seems completely unimpressed, but as I babbled on and on incoherently,
Snorting derisively at several points throughout, in the end, you're left feeling somewhat deflated, and your prisoner fixes you with a blank stare.
That sucks. You speak not with a single word of sense.
Ha! I simply came to hear about your village from a traveling merchant in Kapang, that's all. I have nothing more to add.
Fuck me. Why would I suspect Skull Cleaver? You want me to believe you sailed down from Kapang to steal my mother's jewelry? Shrugs.
Your village lies along a major trade route. I assumed you would be wealthy.
And what is your relationship to the Thane Skullcleaver?
Never heard of the man.
Is he some big deal down here?
As you know, I'm not exactly from these parts.
It's a big fucking deal, this guy. What? What? I know you're lying. That's so weak. That's such a weak little response.
Perhaps the watchmen were doing a shit job of keeping watch. In their defense, we were being very quiet.
I know you're lying, so I'll make you an offer. Reveal who sent you here, and I swear you'll go free.
The Ulfodin regards you through squinted eyes. You swear it? What is such an oath worth to me? Then he nods. Well, alright. I accept your offer. I met Skullcleaver on Orkneyjar, and he swore your village was a worthwhile target, worthier than the painted ones, and far less fierce. He was either lying or mistaken.
Yeah, he was mistaken, alright. He was mistaken.
Who are the painted ones? They're the tribes who live in the north on the isles across the sea. They're called the Picts. Their weapons are poor and their homes are primitive by our standards, but they fight fiercely and they live in harsh conditions. All in all, they're not worth a target for raids, but their lands are fertile, and so far we've been able to keep them in check.
What is Orknajar? A smile creeps across Gunnar's lips, and he leans forward slightly.
You've heard stories of the islands to the west across the sea? Orknajar are the northernmost of those islands. Many Northmen have come to take land from the tribes that live there. There are stories of a great kingdom to the south, with great concentrations of wealth and little in the way of defenses. We never made it that far south. Perhaps I will return to those islands and explore further in the future.
You better be telling the truth. I'll be back when I've decided what to do next.
Don't forget your oath then.
Don't forget your oath, then. Hang on 2 seconds.
Don't forget your oath, Thane Giscard.
I'll be awaiting my release.
Ha! I should have seen the connection. Yeah. Thane Skull mentioned his ties to Kapang at the feast, and here's a group of Northmen attacking us out of the blue. What does he stand to gain from this? He's a slimy viper playing political games. I won't stand for it. Do you believe he's really been to the Isles across the sea, and Gunmar as well? Could be. He said they crossed far to the north and found only tribes. But if the stories of larger kingdoms to the south are true, perhaps that's where Skarsgård went.
If the stories are true, there is much opportunity there. I would love to follow my father's footsteps to see what he saw.
Your father lost his life exploring those islands. Remember that before you follow his footsteps too far. You are much too young a man to be so cynical. We should take this to Astrida and hear what she thinks. Right. She knows Skull a lot better than we do.
Skull Cleaver. I suppose with a name like that, he was never the most trustworthy of men, was he? Let's start reading people's shit. Yeah, take all the cork, take everything that's not nailed down. Let's see, what can we read? Yeah. So is this stealing, or can I just go ahead and do it? Salvage. Used to craft weapons and armor. Can be gained by recycling unused equipment in the inventory. Take all. Return to your longhouse and let your mother know what you find. How long until Kithildr is done, I wonder? So these are just my subjects. I'm a benevolent leader. I am. I'm gonna go across the isles to the mythical lands my father talked about. I'm going to make friends there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna plunder. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. Esther.
Did the man talk? What did you find out?
Skull. Wait, no, well, wait, no, that's a smaller, you can trust a smaller, like, okay. This is the immediate problem.
Skull Cleaver is behind this. He's been working against us for months. Skull's the cause? Then it's worse than I thought. How? The Northmen have started settling on those isles across the sea. Skull met the raiders there and convinced them we were easy pickings. And we were. This raid was our own fault. Our defenses are inadequate. We'll deal with that later. If Skull is acting against us, do you know what that means?
No, we got no. He'll try to get control of our clan from Sigurdur Hinger at the next all thing. That must be his ultimate plan, yes. This gives him almost a year to weaken us further in the eyes of the king, and nobody will help us against him. As she speaks, Esther counts her fingers. He holds great favour with the king, so we can expect no political protection. Further, Gelling is a large territory with many fine warriors, so we can't possibly face him in battle. Third, he all but controls trade with Campang, a route so profitable as to rival the trade from Saxony for Ribe.
We have almost a year until the next Althing.
Althing? What the I don't know how to pronounce that. There must be something we can do. Okay, so you never really have a choice. You're kind of pushed into this. You're kind of pushed into going across the sea. But like by the narrative, I mean, you know, it's like, I would say it's really engrossing actually. I thought the depth to the choice. We must seek political allies elsewhere. The great kingdom across the sea, with their support, we might resist Lee's attempts to subjugate us. Everyone stops to consider the implications. Dark looks are exchanged, heavy with doubts and worry, but nobody appears able to come up with a compelling alternative. And then Skarsgård goes into a whole spiel about forming a democratic constitution for the people.
Finally, your mother sighs. I see no other option.
So convinced by Giscard's logic and passion towards a future where people can live in peace and vote for their leaders and talk freely. That's Giscard's vision.
Asulthur, your act as Thane will be able to leave your clan just like your father. Nefja rolls her eyes so hard at Asfal you can almost hear them strain in her sockets. Do you have anything to contribute other than complaints about Skarsgård? He keeps coming up with these stupid hippie ideas about democracy. Do you have any rebuttal to offer better than nah?
I know you're sworn to serve Skarsgård, but you're so afraid to leave. I'm sure he convinced your Thane to let you stay. Asafel crosses his arms and shifts his weight impatiently.
I'll follow if so ordered. In fact, I'll be glad to go. However, our duties lie here with the clan.
Nefja,
There won't be a clan much longer if we don't do something to count this skull. Think about the glory we might find across the sea, the treasure, the battles.
we're not going for the glory, we're going to save the clan.
I may not agree with your decision, but I respect your reasoning. I'm with you. Then we must begin to make the preparations immediately. We have 2 months until spring. You'll need a new ship and a third hard crew, a real herd to crew it. Your housecarls won't be enough. We need cargo to trade. If trade is what we're planning, where's Torfin? We should ask Torfin if he's up to building a longship. If I know Torfin at all, he's been dreaming of such a task for a long time. We should bring trade goods, but what little wealth Father left us was spent on the feast. I have an idea for that.
Nefja rubs the bridge of her nose.
I'm sure I know what you're going to suggest. Remember Idas told us about the ancient grave on Funen, where they say a king and a queen were buried with all their wealth.
The shield maiden smiles.
I knew it.
If that's true, we could sell the loot and fill the whole ship with cargo.
If that story was true, the grave would have been robbed generations ago. Let's at least talk to Idas about it and ask what she thinks.
Fuck's sake.
It's worth looking into, I guess. It does sound whimsical, but Idas is wise and well-grounded. Talking to her wouldn't hurt. There are few fighting men left in the clan, and we must leave some to protect the village. Maybe we should consider asking Gunmar to join us. Are you mad?
That is mad, but it might not be a bad idea.
You saw him fight. We want a man like that on our side. But can we trust him?
He's a brute, but if he'll swear fealty, he'll be our brute. Considering his present situation, I'm sure he can be won over.
We'll give him a chance, but we need more crew than him. You'll need at least a crew of 10 for a longship. If you'll take my advice on this, go to the market in Ribe and make your plans public. Many have heard the stories of that bountiful coast. You should find no shortage of volunteers. Good. We've got a plan. Then begin your preparations, my son. I'll start pulling some strings so we can learn more about Skull's activities and plans. I'll hate to see you leave, but I know you'll do your father proud. So your brother and I will watch over the clan in your absence.
Cool. Preparations for the longship. Rorik greets you with a smile as always, but it's not reflected in his eyes, because he's so sensitive. You're so sensitive, Rorik, little brother.
How's it going, brother?
You've seemed a bit dour since the raid. Your brother holds your gaze for a moment, then he lets out a long breath.
You were right to scold me for my inaction. You trusted me to protect our mother, and I failed. I remember that failure. Wherever my mind is idle, I can't help it. I keep reliving the helplessness I felt. I see the way that others look at me. They say nothing, but they think I'm weak, unmanly. They're right. A man who can't protect his family is no man at all.
The others are wrong. I'm your brother, and I know your strength. The strength of your wisdom and your kindness.
Wisdom and kindness, not the qualities of a warrior. That's why you're the Than instead of me.
In a better world, you would be a great Thane. Wisdom and kindness are qualities any ruler should possess. But we've been given a world where the strength of arm is all people respect.
It's clear that your brother sees the truth in your words, but it doesn't appear to make him feel any better.
You've hit the nail on the head there, I think. I simply don't belong. I never have.
Darkness seems to settle over him.
The sooner I face that, the sooner I'll find a way forward. Thank you for being straight with me. You're a good brother.
Fucking hell. Cheer up, Rourke. Fuck me. I can't leave that motherfucker alone now. Fucking hell. It's like, that's dark. Darkness settles over Rourke.
I'm just no good to anyone. I'm too sensitive, and all anyone respects is violence.
It's like if Jonathan McIntosh was stuck in this time period. He would just find it a fucking nightmare. Yeah, it would be like Jonathan McIntosh trying to get along with the crew of Klingons. It just would not work out at all. They'd ask him to taste some ice cream. Human ice cream settles in your stomach and it's so sweet. Human. Okay. I think that's enough for one night, and I'll see you guys again. Thank you for joining me on Expeditions Viking Let's Play. This was part 3.